Hi all. I hope you all had a lovely summer out sailing. Got out a few times myself this year, really enjoyed it. But anyway, back to the videos, and in this one, I'm replacing the damper plates between the engine and the gearbox. It attaches to the flywheel. I was able to source a new damper plate R&D. I had to modify it slightly to fit onto the flywheel, relocate the mounting holes and a couple of spacers. But I'm glad to say this summer there was no noises, bangs or crashes coming from the engine. I'm going to keep this one as a spare. There's a little bit of life left in it, so it's always handy to have a spare. But I've modified this RD to fit. So let's crack on. Whenever you're replacing any parts on an engine, cleanliness is next to godliness. And because the flywheel is so awkward to get to, I decided to add the Loctite first to the bolt holes instead of onto the bolts, just so I could make sure all the bolts had Loctite on them, because this flywheel does spin at a high RPM and the damper plate is only bolted on. I'm always worried I'd thread the bolts, so I use the Allen key just to start them off, and then use my ratchet to tighten them up at the end, because there's nothing worse than threading a bolt on a flywheel. All these lessons have been learned by making the mistakes, but I hope this advice would help you and prevent you from making them. And once again, the cleaning. After every stage is done, I like to clean. It's handy because you check bolts and see if anything's loose. And on a side note, I did find out one of my mounts were broken on this day. Oh yeah, and make sure you've got good ventilation. Oh my god, I was high as a kite after doing this. This is where you wish you'd another pair of hands. Not that it'd matter anyway, I could only just about fit myself into the engine bay. It's a fiddly job, but you have to stick with it and you'll get it done. You'll notice here I was able to add the Loctite to the bolts for the bell housing instead of into the holes. There's a method for everything.
Gearbox bolts.
And the cush drive finally attached. Job done, everything in line, and just praying there's no more rattles or bangs. Sorry, no pigs swimming on the beach here, but there is a pretty nice sunset going on. After testing, the noise was still there. I was heartbroken, but I'll let you into a secret. I did figure out what was wrong.